Hello everybody, my name is Kazm, Vulfhart aka King Kazm, whatever you want to call me, and welcome back to Pokemon Violet, the Bug-type Gym Leader Run. How did I get here? Whee! Okay, so, I've said it before, I'll say it again. I now have a Ko-fi and a Patreon, so if you want to support me as a content creator, any donation, any membership, any tip is greatly appreciative. And I was like half paying attention last episode. What are we supposed to do? We were supposed to talk to somebody over here. I think Briar. But I know like the last couple of days I've been talking a lot about those programs or those websites, so I'm just going to be a little bit easy on you guys and just do this. The candy fruit. Mucus. Lovely. Blech. The candy fruits at the Festival of Masks had such an interesting flavor. Was I not supposed to talk to you? Do I call it a day? Why do you walk like that, buddy? Carmine wanted me to tell you, she's waiting at her place. She said you better get a move on and don't keep me waiting. Got it. Okay, so that... Camera. So I've been thinking. A lot of thinking. Oh, hey, guess what I forgot to do? Hang on. Okay, we're good. I forgot to quiet down the TV. But I've been thinking about, like, what my next Pokemon game would be. Hello! Dun, dun, dun. According to Grandpa, we need to get the crystal cluster from the bottom of the crystal pool. We could just return the mask as it is. Real happy if we fix it up first. I bet it would. Especially now that I've heard the real story, I just want to go upon and be happy, you know? So, I was going to talk about what Pokemon games I want to play. I kind of want to touch upon... Like, I played this portion of the DLC of... a while ago. Like, a couple of months ago. Several months ago. I can't remember when the DLC actually came out. But, like, so I've been a little bit more objective, or I've been, like, revisiting it all in my head. And thinking about it from an outsider's perspective, which is what I did during it initially, anyways. But, it interests me that, what is the quickest path there, if I hit the right buttons? Kitakami Hall over to Oni Mountain. Go through Oni Mountain. Okay, so just head my way to Kitakami Hall. But so a lot of the like this is something I do on a regular basis, and I know a lot of other people do this too. I look at a story objectively, and I think, well, in hindsight, this is probably what they should have done to avoid it. So, obviously, I understand hindsight 2020. Oh, that lovely jazz. It interests me that... Or, I think, like, Kieran wouldn't have gone off the deep end like he did. He might have, to be honest. We might have gotten the more obsessive behavior really early if we had told him about it, but... Okay, you're not shiny. But I feel like if Carmine... 'Cause a lot of the issues do stem from Carmine, to be honest. Like, I know she levels out throughout the DLC, but a lot of the issues are because of her. She's absolutely... I know there's... I have a half-sister, IRL, but, like, we barely interact. I vaguely remember some interactions with her as a child, but, like, beyond that, as an adult, going into the young adult, or going into the teenage phase, going into the young adult phase, going into the adult phase, very rarely have I actually interacted with her. I don't really have emotions about her one way or the other, to be honest. I have my opinions, but I'll keep that to myself because I would argue that that's family business I don't want to get into with other people. Not over this. Not on this media, anyways. But, like, I don't have the proper sibling experience to say one way or another. Because I know that there are different types of siblings all over the place. I know that there are siblings that are, like, really good siblings, that are caring, that respect boundaries, that don't push themselves into their family's lives too much, or their siblings' lives too much, and just do their best for their family. I know that there's families that are like Carmine and Kieran. I understand that. But a lot of what Carmine does, it's borderlining heavy. It's very it's getting dangerously close to a form of abuse, almost. To the point where it's probably not excusable. Once again, I do understand that... Ooh, trainer, let's fight you. Like, once again, I do understand that there are families like that. And it's like, oh, it's your sister, you gotta be nice, you gotta just put up with it. Oh, it's your brother, you gotta be nicer to him. But, like... No, I missed! Sandshrew, like, Alolan Sandshrew just ducking down like that is so adorable. I want to hug it! But, like, it's a little bit much to me. I think that's like the long and short of it. It's a little bit much to me. Like, she's just too... This is the Alolan one, isn't it? Yes. She's way too harsh on him, for the most part. And, like, she very obviously seems to, like, enjoy it to an extent. Because at the very beginning, she picks a fight with us because she thinks, oh, we're a tourist, she can pick on us because she's a local. Which, from what I understand, is actually a kind of common thing for some places. I don't think it's very common in a lot of Japanese places. But I know certain I know, like, for example, this is probably, like, a little bit of a stereotype here, but certain beach-going towns, there's, like, a big example is actually Hawaii. They call foreigners Howlies and stuff like that, and they don't want them, ruining their environment and stuff like that. Which is fair, to be honest, like, really fair. We've basically turned their entire island into a freaking tourist trap. Which sucks. Because I kind of want to go there and, like, look at it, but that would just be feeding the tourist industry and just making everything... Well, not worse per se, but, like... It would make it harder for them. But, like, she's very clearly in the beginning, like, taking some form of enjoyment. She's a bully, basically, is what it is. Like, there's some malicious intent behind it, but it's like barely, and it's like barely a threat. Like, she's the kind of bully where if you beat her in any way, shape, or form, you might be a big target, but it would be essentially, like, low levels of efficiency bullying. Like, a very weak insult here or there, a challenge to a Pokemon battle where she gets her ass handed to her, and that's pretty much it. Like, big ego, nothing to back it up. All bark, no bite. That's just why she picks on Kieran so much, because Kieran is very obviously, for lack of a better term, a pushover, as we see in the beginning of the game. But because of that behavior, she's not giving Kieran support, which leads to his obsessive behavior becoming such a problem. Because he's finally found something good. Like, although, didn't he have some friends in Blueberry Academy? I can't fully remember. Excuse me. Like, I know that Drayden is on friendly terms with him, and Amaris is as well. Lacey seems to be on friendly terms with most everybody. I just now realized that the Fairy-type user has issues with the Dragon-type users. I'm so dumb. Took me how many episodes to realize that? But I feel like if Carmine was a little less... I don't need her to be a doting sister. Nor do I really want her to be a doting sister. You can actually keep the behavior she has of picking on somebody the way she does. Well, not exactly the way she does, but a little less harsh. But, like, you can have her picking on Kieran constantly. Messing with her, but it's because she loves her brother, as opposed to her trying to assert her dominance, which is what it comes across as to me. Yeah. So I think a lot of what the issues are in the DLC is a lot of Carmine's influence. Like, had she been less of a pain in the ass, it probably would have turned out a little bit differently. I think Kieran probably still would have been obsessed, but I think it would have been... It probably would have been worse, to be honest. Because when you think about it, he goes to try and be stronger against us. How do I want to say this? It feels like with the... Also, walking up here as opposed to riding up here was such a different journey. Like, wait a minute. You're not shiny, are you? Let's say, if you lose to that thing, I'm going to be questioning things. Whoops. Hang on. There we go. It is a pretty environment. I do like that. Oh, people who passed away, that connects to things. This is something I never understood, to be honest. Hello, Pa. We're immediately attacked by this thing. My bug types are slow. but my goodness, they're tanky. Like, why were we attacked by this? They talk about it, don't they? Pokemon like that show up here from time to time. That's about it. It's about all we got. It just feels so juxtaposed. Sorry. Briar's definitely a... Briar was a massive red flag for me in the DLC at the beginning. Because once again, it's that level of... There's a level of... Oh my goodness. Level of obsession equivalent to what Kieran went through. But the difference between... Okay, so here's my thought process on Kieran. If we were to have told him about the ogre earlier. He would have been gung-ho and probably got more obsessed quicker. Possibly. And the obsession wouldn't be, like, heavy rival obsession. It would be the equivalent of stalker yandere obsession. I think. Because his obsession after the DLC, the Teal Mask DLC, is more along the lines of just getting stronger so he won't lose to us again. Like, that's what he wants out of everything. That's why he goes on to... Because we basically, according to his mind, stole everything that he loved and liked. We stole his glory, we stole his friend, quote-unquote, we stole all that. Now, don't get me wrong, Carmine didn't help at all because she kept the secret from him. But I feel like if we had told him, it would have been a case of like, oh, you want to be my friend, right? I've been your fan for a long time. Be my friend. I can't wait to deal with that when I get bigger. Jeez. I doubt I will. From what I've seen on the internet, most of the that's a very small percentage of people with that kind of mentality. Although I have seen fandoms go, like, absolutely off the wall crazy. My Hero Academia fandoms, Undertale fandom is one of them. I remember that one of the artists of a webtoon I read is dealing with a lot of Has-Been Hotel Hell of a Boss issues, because she does character redesigns, and the fan base doesn't like the character redesigns. So they attack her, and that just is not okay in my opinion. If anybody in my fan base finds something that they disagree upon with somebody, don't be horrendous human beings about it. Like, if they're spreading shit rumors about me, let me get back to you on that one because I have no idea how to deal with that. Like, if somebody is bad-mouthing me in one way or another, I don't fully care about it. It depends on, I guess it depends on the context, to be honest. But, like, if somebody were to say I don't really care about my fans, I do care about my fans. It's just that I don't have many ways at this point in time to show it. Like, I don't have a lot I can do beyond just making more videos and saying thank you every single time I make a video. Sorry, I keep looking at the clock. But, like, there's no reason to feed trolls for the most part. Like, I get that in certain content creation aspects, being a troll is great for content. To me, there is, like, limits. It's dependent on a lot of things. Like, if somebody's try-harding a game that's made for children, like, it's not... I'm not advocating being a troll. Advocating? I think advocating is the word. I'm not advocating being a troll, but I can see somebody wanting to troll someone for being a major tryhard in, like, a child's card game, which I've done. I'm a petty person at times, and I troll people at times. And do I have fun with it? Yes, I do. Do some people not like it when I troll them? Yes. But most of those people, I don't have good experiences with them to begin with anyways, so it's kind of a keep your distance from me, don't... Like, you've already shown your hand, don't bother trying to get close to me. Like, I will troll the shit out of my friends, but they know I'm doing it because I care about them and I like them. If I troll the shit out of a somewhat random stranger or someone who is, for the most part, seeming to be nice, it's because I've seen through that facade, because they do have a facade 9 times out of 10. Not 9 times out of 10, that's not a fair assessment, but like in my experience, it's been 9 times out of 10. The kindness and polite behavior has been a facade. But that's mainly because I live in an area where people aren't really happy with a lot of their lives. So they try and find ways to make themselves feel bigger. And they do that by finding any, like, plot holes or weaknesses in your armor. Like, they try and find something to pick on you about. And it's just not something that usually works too well with me. Because they run into one of two instances. Number one, I keep myself at arm's length from them, and they can't really get information from me, and they can't get stuff to use against me very well, so they kind of just have to move on. Or two, I am in a poor state of mind, and this is stuff that actually happened a lot when I was working, but now that I'm not, like, working with a lot of people anymore, and, like, the number of people I've worked with has significantly dropped, it's a lot easier for me to deal with not having to worry about keeping myself reserved. I can be as stupid as I want, and nobody can judge me, except for every single person that watches my YouTube videos. Crap. But yeah, it's worth it to try and just keep yourself at arm's length sometimes from people, because if you feel like they're being too nice for no reason, there might be a reason behind it. I'm not saying... I fell down the embankment. Well, I broke my neck. I found the embankment, I fell in the rice fields, I'm dead. There's no way for me to save myself. I say as I ride a motorbike Pokemon out of here. See, I'm not saying in any way, shape, or form that a person can't be nice for the sake of being nice. Because there are people like that. I've met a lot of people. One of them is a close friend of mine. They want to help people just because they want to help people. There is no ulterior motive behind it. They're okay, I don't even see... Hey, ya puppy! I want to pet one. But I know it would bite my face off. But they aren't trying to hurt you in any way, shape, or form. They're just... Sorry, the Pokemon battles are throwing my brain off. My friend wants to help people because they just really want to help people. That's all there is to it. There is no ulterior motive, period. And there are people like that that do exist in this world. They just want to... I hate you all! Oh my goodness. Game Freak, fix the hitboxes, please. This is so bad. Okay, I just want the sparkly shiny. Give me the shiny. I haven't said shiny in a while. I think because the game is mostly open world, that's why my brain doesn't do the shiny thing as much, because there's just too many shinies for my brain to keep up. But, like, I'm, once again, not saying, like, it's a bad idea to trust people, because there are people you can run into that you can only trust once you've had interactions with them. But, the issue with trusting people arises when there are people that abuse that trusting mentality, which sucks, but it's happened, and I hate it. I wish it wasn't the case. You get people who are like, oh yeah, you can trust me, tell me your deepest, darkest secrets, and I promise I won't use them against you. You can trust me, find lonely women around your area. Or men. Depending on your... Yeah, I've already fought these guys. I don't want to fight them again on camera. I just haven't gotten around to trying to fight them again. I am an apple. Haha, I did it. I'm an apple! And unfortunately, in the areas I've worked at, there are a lot of people that are like that. And I kind of blame... well, to be honest, not to sound like a commie or anything like that, I kind of blame capitalism. The reason being is because, like, a lot of people now have this mentality of, in order to get ahead, you have to step on other people. Which, I'm pretty sure, like, people like Markiplier and, the Game Grumps and shit like that, they've kind of proven they don't need to do that to be successful with their lives. Like, Jacksepticeye is another one of them. I know that a lot of people don't like any of the ones that I've named, but, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, they've proven they don't need to... This is a storm. They've proven that they don't need to step on another person just to get ahead in their lives. And I feel like we should all follow that kind of example, to be honest. Have I fought every trainer so far yet? Like, I'm actively, like, looking for other trainers at this point, to be honest. I'll continue with the Kieran thing on the next episode, because the issue is, if I just bulldoze my way through it, it takes, like, what? A half hour? Oh, that was an Ekans. I thought it was a rock. But yeah, the whole DLC, I think, only takes, like, a proper hour. If your team is up to snuff. But, yeah, that's kind of why I blame capitalism for that kind of mentality. Because too many people think, like, oh, that's the only way to get ahead. No, it's not. It's one of the only ways to get ahead successfully, but you're burning a lot of bridges in the process, and that's going to bite you in the ass hardcore. But that's why I usually tell people, like, just be wary, but don't be afraid to be trusting. Because you never know if you're going to meet a friend who truly is, like, that 1 in a million, I got your back no matter what, even if we've just met 2 seconds ago. Like, if you can find a friend with that, like that is like that, and it's a healthy-ish relationship, pursue it. Keep at it. You've found a good person. But I am out of time. I'm trying to catch up and redo my backlog, so I have to like keep the videos at a relatively consistent time for the most part, to the best of my ability. But I'd like to thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed this episode, please leave a like. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel. That means more content like this in the future. And if you come back on the regular and you're not subscribed, please subscribe. It's free. It helps out a ton, and I'm greatly appreciative. If you enjoyed my content, please consider supporting me on Ko-fi or Patreon supporting me as a content creator. Oh my goodness. I am eventually going to figure out how to say this. If you feel like supporting me as a content creator, please consider supporting me on Patreon or Ko-fi. And if you could share this video with your friends, your family, your favorite group of rivaling siblings, I'd appreciate that as well. And as always, I will see you as we continue our adventures in Pokemon Violet, the Bug-type Gym Leader run. Bye-bye!